Sim racing is as popular as it's ever been, but does it apply to real life? The short answer is yes. The long answer is also yes. But let me explain why that is. We are seeing more and more people turn to sim racing from the real track as a form of practice and entertainment. But why is it becoming so popular? With innovations in sim racing technology and equipment, it's becoming more and more realistic and becoming a better and better tool to develop your real driving. With VR, direct drive wheels, and even motion sims, we're getting closer and closer what it feels like to be in the race car, all while sitting at your desk. But does it actually help driving on the real track? As someone who started playing the F1 video games and then moved to iRacing, which has been the worst mistake of my life, I hate iRacing so much. It causes nothing but pain to both my mental state and my wallet. That's a video for a different day. Hold on just a minute. Are you enjoying this video? Do you think sim racing actually helps you become a better driver in real life? Let me know in the comments what you think and what your experience has been. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are actually enjoying the video. It really helps me out. A large percentage of people aren't subscribed that watch my videos, so be sure to subscribe, and only better videos from here. So I'm now building a track car and trying to be a real life racing driver instead of just on the video games. After going through NASA's HPDE program, where basically they give you an instructor and they help you out with how to drive on the track for the first time and everything like that, I can tell you with certainty that it 100% applies directly to real life. And I'll break down the couple things that I have taken away from sim racing and how it applies to real life. And these are 3 things that can help you with your next upcoming track day. The first thing on the list is track knowledge, right? The ability to get hours and hours of seat time at the track you're actually going to be at it's never been accessible before, right? Like, back in the 2000s and 2010, all this stuff, you couldn't do that. You couldn't have an accurately scanned map of the track and get hours and hours of practice. So you know all the lines, all the layouts, all the breaking points, everything like that. Now, I don't think you should spend hours and hours the week before cramming on, the specific track, because there are things that are going to be different. The weather changes, the braking points change, the surface changes, how much grip the car has changes. But I do think it is a good tool to get the basic knowledge of the track, where the turns go, what the line is, where you need to be on the track. Obviously, you will have to adjust in real life, but it's a good starting point. Number 2, car knowledge. Using the sim to, drive a car that's similar to yours is very, very helpful. That helps you really dial in, like, all of the racing lines and stuff on your specific track. You know how much grip you can take. You know how much speed you can take through a corner, right? It gives you a place to start. So you don't have to go out there blind and just, drive around the track at 20 mile an hour and then go 40 and then go 60, right? You can you can start closer to the limit, which lets you practice more the things that you really need to work on. And number 3, the biggest thing that you get from sim racing is just instinct. And this doesn't happen over a week. This doesn't happen over a month. Usually it takes a couple months or even years to develop your instincts as a driver. Dealing with understeer, dealing with oversteer, dealing with other cars, dealing with your brakes locking up, threshold braking, using the curbs, racing lines, everything like that comes with sim racing, and it takes a while. And it's not specific to one track, which is good because you can apply it to every other track. And once you master these things, it lets you focus on the things that you actually need to worry about, like racecraft, or, if there's changing conditions. It kind of removes a little bit of the overwhelming parts of driving on a racetrack, right? You don't have to think about correcting for oversteer. You don't have to think about, okay, the car's understeering, what should I do now? Right? You just kind of know. You just kind of feel it. I think the number one thing that comes out of sim racing is being able to drive faster cars than the one that you are going to drive. Whether you're starting in sports cars or you're in Formula 4 or something like that, you can drive cars that are better than the one that you're going to be in. This makes your car feel really slow, which is good. You want it to feel slow when you're racing. You can correct all of the little corrections for oversteer. Or, you can feel right when it starts to slide. And you have much more time to react than you would in a fast car on the sim, like a GT3 or, etc. Honestly, driving faster cars in the sim really makes your car feel like super easy to drive, and that's a good feeling. If you've sim raced, you know how it feels to drive a car that it feels impossible to drive. And you can't just reset in real life, so there's no hitting the wall. So, in short, the answer is yes. Sim racing will absolutely help you become a better racing driver. So, if you want to improve your skills, spend some time on the sim. And I'm not saying that every skill is directly applicable, right? There are some things that you don't get from the sim that happen in real life, and vice versa. There are some things that happen in the sim that aren't really realistic. So, it helps you be more well-rounded for every type of situation that you could be in. But it absolutely does help, especially if you're, first starting, if you're first learning. It gives you it essentially takes you to a much, much higher level than you would be if you had nothing behind you at all. That's all I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe as always. Let me know, what's your favorite sim? Do you like ACC? Do you like iRacing? Do you like the F1 games, even though they're more arcade than a sim? But that's okay. We don't discriminate around here. That's all I've got for this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.